Long before I was proposed to the earth as the seed of an idea, a sperm-coded embryonic alien impulse gradually mutating into human intellect, traveler of light. Long before I was exiled from the heavens as divine punishment for countless misdemeanors and forced to contemplate life within the prison walls of my mother's womb. I was already a spitting image of my father long before my fetus first displayed itself. Deep in thought, bucket naked on ultrasound sonograms, daddy was a ticking time bomb. An escaped artillerist well versed in the expert exploration of his imagination. It was he who taught me how to Houdini my way through a lifetime of bullshit. Taught me how to wield a pen flawlessly in combat long before my first bloody back alley brawl with society. You see, daddy had his demons. A child of material poverty and Nigerian civil war. A failed marriage, single fatherhood, and the death of 2 of his 4 daughters. Yes, daddy had his demons. But long before I was able to formulate the first fragmented strands of fundamental fluid thought, daddy had already evaporated into and out of meditation like an ascetic, dancing a mystical vortex of love unto the rough blueprints of my DNA. A life spent in childlike admiration of the structureless beauty of the cosmos, always trying to unify the natural laws of the universe. Who taught him how to find strength, the potency of a Spartacus slave rebellion residing deep within the infinite walls of his inner self? Who taught him how to lose so gracefully, make failure look like a damn Jackson Pollock original every time he splashed onto a canvas of pain? He metamorphosized it into a stroke of genius, a fucking masterpiece. I was raised by a man whose resiliency might as well have been furiously scribbled onto his genetic constitution personally by the Almighty himself. Thank you to that wonderful invention we Nigerians call the Koboko whip. I used to fear him half to death, and for 26 years of my life I did not even realize the father had functioning tear ducts. Until 2 years ago, I saw the cloud of my youngest sister's death rain a storm down his eyes and caress his cheeks so softly in a way nobody in my family ever dared to trust me. I think I have known pain. But long before the very idea of me was placed in the soil beneath the topography of the earth, that I may grow through thorns in order to flower my way back towards the heavens, daddy was a ticking time bomb. And for as long as I've watched him walk his landmine of a life, watched this incurably optimistic spirit just trust that everything ends up all right, I've asked myself, with all the magic he managed to expose in my life, how the fuck was I not going to be a writer? Long before joy, long before my mother's mouth ever haloed the words, I love you, awkward gracefully above the crown of my human head. Daddy was so severe. Father was no cheerleader, but I believe he long ago made up for his obvious unwillingness to show affection when he taught me that when in doubt of the potent superior ability of your own inner self, free the bonds of solitude from the captive constraints of your material desire to always be validated and just trust in something greater than yourself. When in doubt, just trust. And for as long as I've known him, daddy has been a ticking time bomb. I know that one day his time will be up. I've never been able to tell that man to his face how deeply I have loved him, but I've loved him. Like the battle loves the bullet, I have loved him. Like a parasite loves the host, I have loved him, because he taught me that if something was worth dying for, then it should also be worth living for. And that, lo, life is not difficult. Life is a downright fucking sociopath. But long before I was exiled from the heavens as divine punishment for countless misdemeanors, I was already a spitting image of my father. So he almost had no choice but to love me. And after 28 years of my life, I have realized that love has made everything on my journey absolutely well worth it.